Hello, and welcome to the third tutorial in this series. In this video, I will be going over the basics of arrays and how they work. Now, an array is a variable that can store a list of values, unlike an int or double that can only store one value. So let's get started, shall we? So we're going to start off with an int. Now, arrays, you can have arrays of any values that you can have just a normal variable. So int, double, boolean, or even strings. It's all dependent on what you are using it for. So we'll start off with the basic int. So to declare an array, just like a normal variable, you'd start with the type, so int. However, this is where it's a bit different. This is where you have your square brackets like that. That signifies it's an array. And then we'll name this A, and then we'll go equals. Now here's where we put the list of values we want to store on A. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So that's our list of values in just one variable. It stores all 5 of these. Now to show that this actually does work, or how to access these variables, we can go down here and we can go sout, and then we'll go A, now square bracket, the value we want. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it stores the numbers. So A0 is equal to A0. So that will return 1. Just show you 1. Okay. Now the same can be done with doubles, strings, even booleans, whatnot. So we'll do this quick. True, true, false. Alright, so just like that, it's the exact same. Now if we change this to B, we'll see that B1 will return, or sorry, B2 will return false. Let's just run it quick. B2, false, okay. Now, another way you can store values in an array is using a different method where you declare the size of the array originally. So we'll do int c equals new int, and then the length of the array. If you already know that, so we can do same as here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but since it counts starting at 0, that would be 4. But we'll do 5 anyways, because the length counts with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but the place in the array is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very strange. So then down here we can go int, or sorry, c0 equals 1, c1 equals 2, c3 equals 3. What am I missing? 2. C3 equals 4, and C4 equals 5. So here we have this already defined. So if we run it, that won't display anything, but if we were to display that, that would just display same as here. So let's do an example, C2. What will C2 give us? Should give us 3, and it does. Perfect. So now this does seem very inefficient, but this is actually much more efficient than this if you're using loops and whatnot, but we'll talk about that in a video in the future. Sorry about that. And then this is only good for very small lists. Generally, if you have only a couple numbers like 5 or whatnot, then you would declare an array like that. Now there is something else called a double array. This is where it gets tricky. So here we'll do int d equals new int, and then we'll set it to 3 by 3. So unlike a normal array, let's look at this one. This stores a value. This stores 5 values, okay? So it'd be like 1, let's make a comment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretend that's the list, and each value is on that list. So then if you want C0, you go C0 equals that. But this is a bit more tricky since it's a double array. What it would look like, it would be 3 by 3, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this here would be 0, 0. This would be 0, 1, 0, 2. Sorry, excuse me. This would be 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. Or sorry, yes, 1, 2. and then 2, 0, sorry, 2, 1, and 2, 2. Now, that's just their values. However, you can see it is 3 by 3. Now, it doesn't have to be even numbers. You can do even 2 by 3 and whatnot, but just for simplicity reasons, we'll just do 3 by 3. So to store value on here, we go D3, 1. You can use any numbers between 0 and equals 5. Set D2, D1 plus 1. That should give us 5. This is very useful for a lot of things, much more useful than just a single array, but we'll get into that in the next videos. So I hope this helped. That's all for today.